What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the young man from Clemson.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Ball on the 39. Here's second and a yard.
Now a first carry here for their running back. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Bowen. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Washington going to send out their punter.
As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And this being the wild card round, he is the true wild card in this game because a rookie quarterback getting the start in the NFL postseason, that's not normal. That's a little bit on the unusual side. And there's plenty of guys who have gone into the playoffs after a very good regular season and have struggled. But there have been a few who played well. He wants to be in the latter list.
Second down and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Now the first carry here for their running back. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The false start backs him up 5, first and 15. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 15.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Well, when you're a road team in the playoffs, when you're a wild card, what's the one thing you need to be able to do to stay in football games? Run the football. And that's an excellent job right there of identifying where to go and picking up good yardage.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still 1st down.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down. You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 32-yard line.
Coleman, the man in motion left. Back to throw now on 1st down. This one complete to Coleman. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He's going to let this one go deep.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Coleman has it here right side. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown,
Still
and he got tagged for it there.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
They'll drop to throw. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense set to take over. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
55 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Ball start, offense.
They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here comes Carter. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll start out here with the option left. And it's out. He put it on the carpet.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
Another drive coming up for this Washington offense.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great effort there. 27 yards.
And the Commanders will strike first here, this wild card matchup.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second down at a yard.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw.
That is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. In motion left goes a tight end. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He juked him. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Holding offense.
So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that.
New York's offense back out there and set to go. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side complete to Carter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Back to throw here. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
They'll look to throw again. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Looking to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
They're trailing here in the first half still, but maybe, Charles, that'll help them get some momentum back. First the forced fumble, and then they're able to get a field goal out of it.
And down in the game, they came out and created their own opportunity on one side of the ball and did get points out of it, as you mentioned. Complimentary football right there as they try and bring this one back to even.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here in the NFC. A 4-5 battle that ought to be a tight one, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the third quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Giants offense set to begin this third quarter. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trail by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Second and 6.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Holding offense.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty. He'll drop to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new. It worked there. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Still second down.
They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty. They're going to look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
First possession of the second half now for Washington. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards.
You just had the feeling that sooner or later someone was going to come up with that one play. Neither team has really done a whole lot offensively, but here's one that pays off to the tune of big yardage, and it's one that could maybe get this group in gear.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Back to throw again. And it'll be intercepted. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
This one complete to Coleman. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 39. 23 yards the pickup there. Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
He'll buy some time right.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Second and 14 at the 43-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. Back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And this one is right down the middle. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7.
Well, a pretty important sequence here, CD. They were trailing in the second half. The interception gives them the opportunity, and the field goal gives them the lead.
And what a clutch play. You love to see guys come through like that. Now it's their game to lose. Time to get back out there and come through with another big stop.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory.
Holding. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error.
Still third
Stay
down.
alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Even after the penalty, still a full 7 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. Big yardage that time for Washington. 42 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Commanders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5.
Giants 9.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And the Giants ready to come out now. And what a pressure spot for both sides, really. But they're at home now. They have the football here in the playoffs, sort of controlling their own destiny.
It's a spot they've all dreamed of. This is where you want to be. Home, have the ball, a chance to win the game, control your own destiny, as you noted. But here's the thing. Don't let the crowd get too involved if you're this team now. You've got to make sure you let them carry you, but not cause you to do things out of what you're supposed to do, right? Take you away from focusing and concentrating on the game.
Because sometimes you get so amped from the crowd that can carry you into spots you don't want to be. Is that what you're saying?
From experience, sometimes that crowd gets so involved in it and you get involved with them that you end up making plays or trying to do things that maybe you shouldn't have done.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this a very important drive leading in the 4th quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. Incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll set up to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7. He'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. In motion goes the tight end. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Now back to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. He'll get that one to Carter, complete.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They send Carter in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. On play action, they'll throw. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, this from 39. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, Get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this is going to be a Commanders first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
First down, Commanders.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Back to throw here.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Giants now down by 2, 1:44 to go.
They've got the crowd behind them, and they need only a field goal to survive and advance to these playoffs. He'll look to throw. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. They'll look to throw. And this is hauled in by Matthews. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Back to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So the magic runs out, so to speak. They were 3 for 3 on 4th down conversions, now 3 for 4.
So the defense finally gets to exhale.
Yeah.
Because they were wondering, 3 for 3 getting converted on 4th down. That percentage is way high. They hadn't stopped them at all. Finally, they get a stop. They can get to the sidelines now and rest a little bit.
And they will take a knee here.
And there it is, that symbol that ends a game that one team loves and the other team can't stand. Taking a knee, and guess what? The visitors came in and got it done. Wild card round, first step on their way trying to get to the Super Bowl.
First step indeed. They're underdogs. We'll see if they can continue to make some noise in the playoffs, but a good first step. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.